Material loss is one of the most destabilizing and undermining occurrences in our lives. And it's very simple why that is. It's because we live on multiple levels, right? Whether you call it spiritual different levels or Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it turns out that the material really is good. That's why we call them material goods. The question is, good for what? So when we experience a material loss, it's very, very important to ask specific questions. What exactly have I lost? What of the material is absolutely necessary? And what is it that became a luxury that turned into a necessity? Because you can never get enough of what you don't really need, it turns out. And very often what happens, because material wealth and material goods are so intoxicating, and they actually, it's like almost like a drug, right? A drug gives a great initial high, but one can become intoxicated to that high. And it's a quicker, higher high very often than emotional goods, spiritual goods, and therefore can easily become dependent and crowd out the other types of gains we need. Gains in our spiritual life, gains in our intellectual life, gains in our psychological life. So turns out that material loss is an incredible opportunity to do a inventory on the full portfolio of gains and losses that one has in their lives. Now, of course, when material loss is such that one doesn't have shelter, one doesn't have food, one doesn't have clothing, now we're talking about a devastating loss in which what a person has to do is be willing to be vulnerable and put themselves out to their family, to their community, and ask for help. But most of the material loss, we see it, for example, in a period of an economic downturn. The vast majority of the people in the country, what they have lost is not that which they need, but that which became necessary as a part of an illusion to protect against psychological and spiritual development.